In our Sunrise Smart Start today, a man in the hospital after being shot by a Wayne County Sheriff's deputy.
This after what police are calling a mental health call. They say the deputy was responding in the town of Ontario to a report of an individual in distress and driving drunk. The Wayne County Sheriff's Office says the man attacked the deputy with a weapon, and they say after unsuccessful taser attempts, the deputy then reached for his firearm and shot the individual in the leg. The person shot has non-life-threatening injuries. Per current protocol, the state attorney general's office is investigating.
A Penfield man arrested Thursday in connection with a fatal crash in Brighton. It happened on Linden Avenue back on March 19th. Brighton police say Gedminis Backus was arrested and charged with DWI and vehicular manslaughter for the crash that took the life of cyclist Davion Davis. Police say the 62-year-old Backus had a blood alcohol content of greater than .08. They did not immediately file charges, but after an investigation, he was arraigned in Brighton Town Court.
In state news this morning, the New York State budget has not passed on time this year.
The deadline was midnight. Senate Majority Leader Andrea Stewart-Cousins says they are making progress and it will pass soon.
We are trying to deal with making sure that people are safe and that we create a public safety environment without, again, criminalizing poverty, and also acknowledging the fact that COVID, the proliferation of guns, there's a lot of things going on. So we want to do the right things for the right reasons.
Well, when it comes to the $600 million in state aid for the proposed Bills Stadium, we're told the parameters are still being discussed. As for bail reform, Stewart-Cousins says a so-called dangerousness clause will not be introduced. Meanwhile, some nursing homes are asking for more help in the state budget. We spoke to one local home who's advocating for an increase in funding amid major staffing shortages. Erica DeCoste joins us live now with this story. Erica, good morning.
Good morning, and for some context, last year New York State enacted legislation that requires nursing homes to meet certain staff hour requirements. Nursing homes we spoke to here in Rochester say they're not getting enough help from the state to meet these goals. I sat down with Michael McCrae, president and CEO of St. Anne's Community based in Rochester. He says they're facing issues with staffing, retention, and recruitment like many other homes in the state. And statewide, there is a shortage of about 12,000 nursing home workers. McCrae says an increase in the state's Medicaid reimbursement could fix this. Right now, the budget proposes a 1% increase, but McCrae says that needs to be more.
Especially here in Monroe County and Rochester, New York, we know that there are approximately 1,500 skilled beds offline right now, and they are offline directly tied to the lack of availability of staff. Nursing homes in New York State have not received an increase in Medicaid in the last 14 years. We know cost of living has gone up about 31%. Currently in the budget, there's a 1% increase to our rates, and we certainly feel that having an increase closer to 7 to 7.5% is more appropriate.
I reached out to the governor's office to see what the budget has in store to help nursing homes that are struggling right now. A spokesperson says there is a proposal for a workforce bonus to incentivize staffing and recruitment and retention. There's also a proposal for provider rate increases to help with better wages. In Rochester, Erica DeCoste, News 8.
Erica, thank you. And the staffing requirement in New York State says nursing homes should spend a minimum of 70% of revenue on direct care and 40% on resident-facing staff.
Well, let's get a look at the morning forecast with James Gilbert. James, we're off from our highs of yesterday, but relatively speaking, still not bad here at the 6 o'clock hour on a Friday.
Certainly, it definitely can be colder. Was it back to the winter jackets for both of you?
It was, unfortunately.
Yeah, right. Yeah. It was a nice...
Per your forecast, James.
Yeah, it was a nice 24-hour hiatus from the winter jacket, but it is certainly back. We're bundling up for the morning walk. Sunrise in just a few minutes from now, but it is mostly cloudy, so I'm not getting too great of a sunrise. And temperatures drop. We're in the upper 30s now. We'll fall into the mid-30s, then kind of bump around in there a little bit. And yes, there will be snow showers out today. The good news is we're a little bit too warm for any accumulating snow. We'll call them novelty flakes. Bus stop forecast and the weekend check at the end of the show. Mark?
All right, James, thank you. Checking the roads again with our sunrise traffic. And again, it's a quiet story on a Friday morning. You see a little bit of volume building in on 390, but no accidents there. None reported on 490 or 590 at this hour as well. All right, let's head to Washington now. Supreme Court nominee Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson spending the week meeting with senators after her confirmation hearings.
The Senate Judiciary Committee is scheduled to vote on advancing her nomination next week. Alexandra Limon has more.
Republican Senator Susan Collins announced this week she will vote in favor of confirming Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson to the U.S. Supreme Court.
I decided that she had the qualifications, the experience, and the credentials that we require of a Supreme Court justice.
Meanwhile, Republican Senator Lindsey Graham, who last year voted in favor of confirming Judge Jackson to the U.S. Court of Appeals, says he will vote against her confirmation to the Supreme Court.
My decision is based upon her record of judicial activism, flawed sentencing methodology regarding child pornography cases.
Republicans alone can't stop what would be the historic confirmation of the first black woman to the Supreme Court. Judge Jackson only needs a simple majority to be confirmed by the full Senate. While not all senators have announced how they will vote, all of the Democrats who have said express support.
I look forward to supporting her on the floor. She's going to make an outstanding justice and certainly has the right judicial temperament.
Still, all eyes are on other moderate Republicans to see how much bipartisan support Judge Jackson will get.
I'm looking at her record and judicial philosophy, and we'll make a decision, and we'll announce that when I have it, but probably not until the day of the vote.
On Monday, the Senate Judiciary Committee is scheduled to vote on advancing Judge Jackson's nomination. If that vote ends in a tie, the first black woman vice president would cast the tie-breaking vote to advance this historic nomination. Reporting in Washington, Alexandra Limon.
Alexandra, thank you. And if confirmed, Jackson would be the fourth woman currently on the Supreme Court.
Well, let's stay in the courts now. A decision by a judge could upend this year's statewide and congressional elections in New York, especially the June primaries. A state Supreme Court judge in Steuben County tossing out the new voting maps recently approved by the state legislature, claiming they were drawn with political bias. The Democrat-led legislature passed the redistricting plan after an independent redistricting commission failed to produce its own version. But the judge said the new maps were unconstitutional. The State Board of Elections says it will proceed as normal until a ruling from the Court of Appeals. All right, here's what some folks will be talking about at the water cooler this morning. The Grammys are coming up this weekend. Jon Batiste leading the way with 11 nominations. Jay-Z has 3, making him the most nominated artist in the history of the Grammys with 83. Paul McCartney, 2 nods, pushing him second all-time with 81. Performing headliners include BTS, I know that's your favorite, James Gilbert, and Billie Eilish. The Grammys are Sunday at 8 right here on WROC.
Gonna be a fun and exciting night, James.
Love a little K-pop.
Yes, you do.
Man, music has really changed, hasn't it?
Yeah, like so many things. The forecast changing as well day to day here.
It's all good, right? It's all good. Cannot stop whatever the weather is going to bring. Bus stop forecast, couple of flakes around this morning of little consequence. Temperatures in the 30s, not only this morning, but in the afternoon as well. Bus Sparta about this forecast. It is Friday. The weekend check Saturday. The better of the 2 days, upper 40s to near 50. Enjoy it. We've got more rain and snow showers Sunday. I think April's going to be a bumpy month. Let's jump right into it today, the 1st of April.
You're joking with us, right?
Sure. Yeah. We can handle it.
Please tell us you're joking.
I know, right? It's going to be 90 tomorrow. There you go. There's your joke.
All right. Well. Great. Thank you, James. And thank you so much for watching News 8 at Sunrise.
That forecast, smooth like butter, James. Smooth like butter. Our next update in 30 minutes. CBS Mornings is up next. Have a great day.